So, welcome to session 5 of Saltmarsh. Last session was a bit of downtime in the town. You'd come back from the house on the hill after finding the smuggling operation, and you were told by the council that there would be another part to this, the seaward side of the operation. So you had some time before the next new moon to do some things around town, explore a little. You decided, Styles, to get a bit more information out the prisoners. You decided to kill them with kindness, as stated by yourself, and you visited the prison, where you were greeted by a grumpy guard, whose name was Kurt. Remember? Yep. That was his name.
Can't remember.
No,
and I didn't take any notes.
We'll find it. You visited the prison and you met with the two smugglers.
It's like Cragger or something like that, I think.
Yeah, Cragger, Carrick, something. Every name is like Scarrick. You spoke with Larry and Caden, the two smugglers who were locked up there, and you tried to sort of play them against each other by giving one of them food to get a bit of information so that the other one, you could come back the next day and do the same thing. When you came back, however, the next day you found out that your affection towards the prisoner had resulted in a bit of nastiness overnight by the prison staff. He was, however, still alive, and the other one did give you some of the information that you wanted about how the signalling system worked and what to expect when approaching the ship. On the way out, Ozzy, you did try and bend the mind of the jailer, who resisted your tiefling charm, and you went about your way, not thinking anything of it.
He also took his pants.
You took his pants. I think he was left with his pants in the end, wasn't he?
I think I gave him back actually because I felt bad.
Yeah. I think he had his pants by the end of it. They did come off at one point.
Pants don't last long around Ozzy.
There, you also had a meeting with Gellin Primewater, one of the local merchants of the area and one of the members of the council. He got you to try some rare and interesting chorus fruit, and also just chatted a bit about how he was really pleased to have you in town, excited about the prospect of you guys working in the town. He did promise you lunch, however it wasn't delivered. He just offered you some fruit and then kicked you out to crack on with work.
It was like some funky fruit. Made us feel tipsy.
Yeah, it did, yeah. Other things that happened, Picard, you picked up a leather arm from Kiorna, the leathersmith of the town, which helps to disguise your ghostly arm when you want to, and it also drops away when you need it to, which is very handy. After that, I think Scarrick had a bit of a mental breakdown in the town.
He was drinking a lot more through on the days off. He was like drinking a bit more through the day.
Yep.
And then on one of the nights, Ozzy and Scarrig had like a bit of a heart to heart, and Scarrig also had a smoke on that pipe, which showed him battling like this tiefling warrior and other bad people, and yeah, Scarrig wasn't in a good place, pissed up.
And you left him to himself, and on the way home you were
got jumped by Pegleg Eleander. Fucking
Eleander, yeah, leader
kick
of the
me in
guard,
the balls.
who did kick you in the balls for messing with his friend, the jailer. And then he left you in the street. I think after this, there wasn't much more you did in the town. You did a bit of carousing, I believe. Drinking around with some of the pubs. That was session before.
Yeah, that was before. Yeah, we basically just went to do the
I
mission.
think a lot of that was the session before, wasn't it?
Probably. Then emergency one. This was your time in between the things.
No,
So then,
everything you said so far did happen last session.
It was. Well,
Yeah.
that was a while ago.
Too long.
So then you headed towards the haunted house because the day of the moon was here, which was the 18th. You got there unhinged and remembered that one of the rooms had a really good view out over the coast. So you headed up there to commence with the signalling. You got the signal from the ship and signaled back, and then entered a small boat with 2 of the guards provided by the council and rowed your way to the ship. You sort of hastily made your plan on the way of what you were going to do, and it didn't work out as well. It depends what you were trying to work out. Styles, you snuck off and tried to climb the rope onto the ship. After falling the first time, you did manage to get up the second time. And the others, you went up the rope that was dropped by the crew. However, when you got on deck, suspicion was aroused by you not being the correct people, and it basically ensued in a big fight. The captain came out, swords were drawn, people were battered.
Picard got a new hat.
Yes. There was a point where the bosun ran below deck and got some more people, but when they were blasted over with the thunder wave over the side by Ozzy, things started to turn in your favour. The captain was destroyed by Picard's inflict wounds.
His face melted off.
He had his face melted off. Towards the end of this, I think it was you, Ozzy, who spotted the scaled hand peering from the door. And you eventually managed to sort of... The rest of the crew decided that it probably wasn't a fight worth doing after the stuff that you've shown. So they surrendered, but they wanted their terms. It was a bit of to and fro here, where they were trying to get in the boat with the guards. And in the end, I think you just settled to tying them to the main mast and not letting them go anywhere because you couldn't trust them not to kill people. I believe was the outcome.
Yeah, we sort of duped them into getting them tied up.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. After this, you took some time to go and speak to the lizard folk, and one of them took you, Scarrick, below deck, past a hold full of barrels and heaps of material into a smaller room. And in the back of this room, he showed you a secret chamber, which was filled with, from a glance, what you could see were weapons and arms. And when you asked these creatures speaking very broken English, you were told it was for the enemy. It was also in this room that you heard banging coming from what seemed to be a room next door. And I believe that's everything.
I think so, right thereabouts.
Perfect.
Ozzy was also inspired to write a new song, thanks to Gellin. Something
Nice.
about boys are back in town. I don't know.
Then it's here we'll start. Garrick, you've heard a noise from the south of you, and Ozzy, you're about to search the captain's quarters, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have a look in that doorway.
Okay.
My shield out.
Where's Styles at this point? Are you just watching over them people with Picard?
Yeah, well, I seem to remember there is someone in the rigging. I remember I've been hanging on to that bit
I think
of
we
knowledge.
said he jumped off, didn't we?
I can't remember what happened. I just sad as I am, I just I think later on that night after that session, I was like, "There's someone in the rigging. I've got to remember that."
Yeah, I think we did address it. He jumped mid-battle into the ocean, so he's no longer a threat. Okay, Scarrick, you push open the door into another similar-sized chamber as the one above. Reveal that for you. You should all be able to move the characters now as well, because I changed them.
Yeah.
Anyway. So in the centre of this cabin sits a plain wood table. On the stand, a pewter flagon and a pewter mug. Beside the table is a wooden chair. Hanging over the table is an unlit, hooded lantern. Also hanging from the ceiling at the aft end of the cabin is a large cage that holds a parrot, apparently asleep. Next to the hole hangs an unoccupied hammock, beneath it a brass-bound wooden sea chest. You going quietly?
Where's
Or
this
do you wait
knocking
the
coming
parrot?
from?
Just a soundtrack. Oh, the knocking is
Yeah.
from. It was just like south.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of quiet. Yeah, quiet.
Make a stealth check with disadvantage.
Clank, clank, clank.
As I got my fucking natural 20.
You got natural 20 on one.
Yeah, I'm one.
What was
And
the
then
other?
fuck
What was it? 8.
8.
Cool. You sneakily open the door, looking at this chamber with the dim bit of light. And as you open it a bit too far, you move in, bang into the chest, which knocks into the wall. And then from the wall to this side, you hear a massive bang on the wall. This time louder. And as you do, the parrot wakes up, and you hear pieces of 8, pieces of 8. It
Classic
begins
parrot.
to flap in its cage.
Hello there, little darling. How are you? And I'll go over to the parrot.
Sort of tilts its head, flaps its wings.
Is there a doorway here, then?
No, there isn't. It just looks like a normal wooden wall.
Does anyone else hear the knocking?
The noise is there, is there?
Yeah, there is a noise there.
Should I, inspect, maybe pull this desk out?
Yeah, give me a
Inspect the back
perception
wall.
check. Or investigation or perception.
It's
I can never hear you when you say what you got.
6. I think it's because it
6.
mutes the first. 6.
Maybe tuck your mic in a bit, it might pick it up better. Okay, you look around, but there's nothing obvious on this wall. You can hear the banging coming from the other side, and you saw how the lizard folk did it in the room above, but you can't seem to find it in here. The parrot squawks again. Peace, mate.
Paul, can I just interject? Because
Mhm.
after I would have done a quick search of here, I would head down to see where Scarrick is and what he's
Okay.
doing.
Then we'll do the captain's chamber, and then we'll come down back to where Scarrick is. So, in the captain's chamber, Ozzy, so this cabin is clean, furniture's in good repair. There's a single bunk made with bed linen. There's a writing desk at the back of this room, and there is the sea chest to the left of that. Where do you want to start?
I would start looking at on the desk and at the papers and things and see what's what.
Okay, so there's several trays on top of the desk. In one of these is a small pewter container. You see its lid is ajar, and it's full of a fine white sand. The next tray is empty, and the final contains a pile of papers. As you sort of pick up and look through them, you see some are bills and receipts with various items of marine supplies such as rope, rigging, wood, nails, tar. The last in more expensive envelopes. You can tell they're a thicker material. These contain several personal letters of an intimate nature from 3 different women across 3 different ports, each of whom is under the misapprehension that she is Miss Sigurd Snake Eyes. There is also in this pile a more ragged note, something on a bit of more like a scrap of paper that's been damaged by moisture and dirt. The writing on it is very barely literate, but you can make out the words that imply that they're requesting further supply of ironware is the word used, and instead of a normal signature at the bottom, there is a pictograph that shows a lizard with a forked tongue.
So, It looks like this is from. It's written by a lizard person because they can't speak. It's like broken common.
You could make that assumption. Yeah. There's also 2 drawers on the desk, but when you try them, both of them are locked.
Okay, then I would try and pick.
Did you
said
search
lock.
the captain's body as well?
I did, yeah.
Okay. I think what
Please.
I probably forgot to mention is he had a small pouch on his belt, so you found the keys to this. In the
okay.
pouch was 2 keys. So you try them in him.
Yeah.
And it opens both the drawers. In one of them, there are 2 glass vials with a red substance inside. And in the there's also a third vial which has more of like a greeny tone. And in the second there is a key.
Was what?
Small key. A
small-
small key
In the second drawer.
in the second drawer, as well as a stack of like folded maps of various different seas and coastal locations.
Okay.
Similar to the note, in the map drawer there's a crudely drawn map. You can almost tell the paper's a similar quality, the hand is similar. This map marks a point. You recognise the coast of Saltmarsh from looking at previous maps. It marks a point about 10 miles southwest of the town of Saltmarsh, where a river seems to come into the ocean.
Okay. Like a treasure map, almost.
Yeah, there's no like big red X, but it just marks a location, and it's got very basic like sort of points on it.
I would try opening the chest then with one of the other keys that I've got.
Okay. You put the key in the lock and turn it, but nothing happens. You notice the key that you got is a lot smaller than a normal chest key would be.
Is that both keys that I found? One from the drawer and one from the captain?
Yeah, so the one that you found on the captain opened both the desk drawers, and you found another key in one of the desk drawers.
Okay. I'll leave that for now then.
Okay.
Oh well, I'll try and pick it.
Okay.
It's not really my fault. I'll try while I'm here.
Have you got thieves' tools?
That was a good question.
I have.
I know you have. No, I don't. So I'll leave that for now. And I will.
Can you shout me?
Well, I can do. Well, I'm gonna go down to Scarrick, so I'll tell you as I go past. So I'll walk out. There's nothing else in the room of interest or anything.
No, it's quite small.
I'll scoop up all of the things I've found that you explained to me. I'll scoop them all up.
Yeah, like the maps and letters and receipts and
And
stuff.
the vials and that, and then I'll come back out and say to Styles, there seems to be a interesting looking chest down there. I don't have the ability to open it, so you might want to have a look.
Okay.
All 3 of you on deck, just make a quick perception check.
Oh god, this is where we find out the breaking free.
Ship's on fire.
Yes.
12.
Perception, also 12.
14.
Oh, wow.
Oh no, I clicked the wrong thing. My bad. Natural 20, 23.
Oh, okay. So Styles, when Ozzy is telling you this, you look across at the prisoners before like leaving to go to the room, checking that they are secure. You notice that the bosun, the guy at the back, when Ozzy mentions the chest and there's a chest in there ready to be opened, he sort of does a side eye to one of the others and a little smile comes on his face.
Oh, shit.
Might be trapped.
I'm going to ask him, do you know something about the chest?
Oh, no, we're just prisoners, aren't we?
Answer the man truthfully.
I know nothing about what the chest isn't.
I'm gonna slap him.
Tricky wordplay.
I'm gonna slap him and say,
He grunts.
I'm a simple man. I don't want your fancy word play. What's in the chest?
Why don't you open it and have a look? Sure, he's got the skills.
Can I pick it up, would I be able to drag it out to bring it near him? See what his reaction is.
Make a strength check. Well, with two of you would, I'd say.
You still want me to check?
No, if you use two of you, you'll be able to drag it out.
Ozzy, help me drag it out. Getting a bit more light.
Ozzy as well. Ozzy's quite strong.
Yeah. So we drag the chest out and
I am not.
we put it in front of him and see does his reaction change.
It's just like, what are you doing?
He might be.
I can't open it, can I? It's not mine.
He might be challenging your skills.
You
Thinks
don't mind
you
if
can't
I
do
open it here?
How have you placed it in front of him?
So I'm assuming he's tied to the mast.
Yeah.
Like with his back to the mast. It's like in front of him, so Styles would be like working from the side to undo it.
Okay.
With it facing him.
Well, would I be able to undo the lock without it opening?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess it would sort of pop open a bit, but you can try and pick the lock first.
Can
We'll say
we
if you're
both,
holding it shut.
given that he's been suspicious, could we both sort of check it for traps?
Yeah, you can make a check for traps. Make a perception check.
Investigation.
Yeah, investigation or perception, whichever you choose.
Investigation. $14.
5.
Okay.
Looks good to me.
So Ozzy, you sort of look at it and go, yeah, chest.
Yep, it's a chest.
Stars, you look at it and you notice as you're carrying it across, the chest body seems to go down a set way, and then there's a slit across the bottom where you're like, why's that there? That's weird. Like, you wouldn't have a gap in the chest because that's where all your stuff would be. You believe there's some sort of trap that'll come up the bottom if it's not opened with a key. So you can try and disarm the trap, or you can try and pop it and point it at the guy.
So I'm going to say to the guy, so if I open this in front of you, what's going to happen with this little slit here?
All right, just don't, okay? It's got blades in.
How do we disarm them?
You just gotta try and block something in or something.
Shins would make a good block.
My boots? I paid good money for these.
Well, take the boots off first.
Stand back. I can do this. I'm going to try and disarm it.
Okay. Make a dexterity check.
Oh no.
This is where Ozzy loses his fingers.
17 plus 3, 20.
20. What are you using to disarm it? There's basically a wedge in the bottom that you can see. You succeed.
It's mad.
I can't maintain distance.
Well, as he
Take his boots off and jam them in.
yeah, as Styles is saying now, I'm like, oh, I can do it, and I like yank off one of his boots and like try to sort of wedge it in.
You wedge it in, you force it in, and like use the butt of your sword to bash it in a bit more, and it sort of splits this small slit open. Then you hear like a inside, like a spring discharging, and then it just sticks into the boot. The boot comes out like an inch, and then behind the boot you see this like scythe blade. It's disarmed.
Sorry, I think I fucked your boot
He goes,
up.
my boots! You know, dry feet is the only thing that keeps us sane out here.
Hey, just think you're lucky I hadn't asked for your pants yet.
So I'm gonna try and open it. What do I need to do?
So you just pick the lock. So use your thieves' tools, which is dex check.
If you're proficient with
It's
thieves'
dexterity,
tools,
and then
which you should be,
will be.
You'd be
Plus your proficiency modifier.
dexterity mod plus your proficiency mod.
Okay, so roll dexterity, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll dexterity and then add your proficiency to it, yeah.
Oh, a 1, so I'm going to use one of my luck and roll again.
Good idea.
Worst rogue ever.
Let's roll again.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Can I be helping? Can I be helping for advantage?
You can't really help pick a lock.
I've got one more luck, so I'm going to... Can I use 2 in a row?
I think so.
Or I only do it once?
I don't know.
Fuck it, so you can use them both. They recharge after a day, don't they? So it's not like
3.
What was it? I didn't even fucking see that.
Add your-
15.
It's 15 plus your proficiency.
Plus 3. And where's my proficiency?
So that'll be on your sheet towards the right, near your
So,
HP.
like at the top, in the middle.
Is it?
Proficiency bonus.
So 17.
Above your initiative.
17. Okay.
Yeah.
So after a couple of attempts where you're just sort of putting them in and just twist them and you can't feel any purchase inside, then you're like, hang on a minute, and then you sort of move around and it's fairly obvious to people around that you're just randomly trying, and all of a sudden you hear click, and the lid pops open. So as it opens inside, you see there's like a leather sheet that's folded over this shiny metal. In one corner you can see this almost like a silver sheen. As you pull back the sheet, you see there's 10 electrum ingots lined up in the bottom of this chest.
For those viewers on YouTube that don't know, obviously I do.
Oh, yeah.
Could you explain what an electrum ignot is?
Yeah, so electrum is
So, like,
another form
bars.
of metal in the world which can be used as currency. You'd know
Silver and
from
gold
like general
out how
exchange
much?
rates. Electrum ingot is worth about 100 electrum pieces, which if you use the exchange rate on your D&D calculator thing, when you click your coins, it'll tell you what that is in gold.
1,000 electrum is 100 gold, right? Because that's 1,000 silver. Is that right?
Do I need to get the exchange rates up?
1
Oh, I
gold
think I've got
piece
one in.
is 2 electrum pieces.
There you go. So 50
okay.
gold. Each bar's worth 50 gold.
Oh, okay. So 10 times.
So 500
This is 10
gold's
balls.
worth of
10 bars, sorry.
10 bars, yeah.
Alright, cool. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Wow,
Gonna
we
look
got some
towards-
money here.
yeah, we'll sort through these later, and I'm just gonna scoop them up and pop them in the bag of holding. I think.
Ooh,
I'll
nice.
just pick them up.
Yeah, do
Uh,
that. This is taking way longer than I thought it was going to. I thought I was just going to pop straight down to Scarrick, so I don't know.
I'm
if
just
you-
literally just standing with the parrot. Just like, well,
Unless you want me to. Does anyone want to go check on Scarrick while I watch the prisoners, or should I go make sure he's okay?
Scarrick, what do you want to do? You can't find the thing.
I wanted to let the parrot out and give him some food.
Okay. So you loose the cage and the parrot sort of
You know what happens when you let
make
out birds in cages?
make an animal handling
It's
check
like,
actually.
"Was that the other campaign?" I was like, was there a bird in this one as well?
Yeah, make an animal handling check
Yes.
for after you open the cage.
What was,
Yeah,
what was the
'cause I-
parrot
oh,
saying?
no, I
8
got my
pieces.
bit of
Pieces of 8.
Pieces of 8.
8
Oh.
pieces. You ever done pirates? 8
Oh,
pieces, eh? We got pirates at home,
Okay.
Mum. What was it I was talking?
8 for animal handling.
8.
8.
Okay.
Yeah, rolling well
so
tonight.
you open up the cage and the parrot sort of warily looks at you and you reach up because it's obviously a little bit above your head height to sort of extend your hand. It instantly pecks you on the finger for
20 damage.
1 damage and then flies out the cage, darts through the open door behind you and up the stairs. On the deck above, you see this parrot just shoot out the door. Pieces of 8, pieces of 8. And
What's
it
he
literally
saying?
shoots
8
into the
pieces?
sky.
I'm shouting up, shoot her!
Well,
As this happens,
Okay.
and it flies across the
Oh,
deck.
was you being serious?
Yeah,
Did
this
you-
is what's actually happened.
No.
Oh, okay, sorry.
As in, I wasn't actually shouting shoot her.
But what does happen, if I can find it, as the parrot flies across the deck, you hear a noise as the door where the lizard folk are opens, and this small, tiny dragon
oh,
just shoots out the door and grabs the parrot out the air, and you hear the parrot's neck just go, as it sort of grabs it and brings it down onto the deck, and it lands behind this lizard. Behind the tiny dragon, the lizard folk comes out and sort of scoops it back up, looks warily at the crew, and then shouts across, "What is happening?"
Holy shit. Is that what I think it is?
He sort of backs up against the door.
I step towards it. It's okay. Is that a dragon?
Mine.
Yeah, yours. It's okay. I am trying to be like unthreatening.
The dragon sort of like nuzzles up, and it's now like in his arms, fully just devouring the rest of this corpse of the parrot. It's got like half the parrot in its mouth still.
Can I pull out some rations?
Yeah.
And like hold it out in my hand. See if it goes for it.
Do your rations have dried meat in? I think they probably would have some form of dried meat.
Maybe.
So you sort of hold it out, and the dragon like looks to its master like, and he sort of looks
It's
at you.
okay. It's okay.
He slowly extends his arm, and the dragon sort of crawls down. These lizard folk are fucking like huge. They're built like brick shit houses, and there's at the end of its fist is these huge claws, and the dragon sort of comes down the claws. And do you put it on the deck? Did you say?
I just
Or
sort of
is
like
it
hold it
in your
out
hand?
in my hand, like, and sort of like kneel down and put it like on the deck level, just see if it like just comes to eat it out of my hand.
Yeah. It sort of drops down onto the floor, and just make an animal handling check.
I was waiting for that. Not good. 5. Yeah, 5.
5. As it gets close, the
Come here,
excitement in you of this
Little fella.
tiny dragon. It's basically a dragon in miniature. Everything is to proportion. It's got these flexed, like fleshy wings. You sort of get too excited and just jolt your hand, and it jolts
Oh,
back for a
Oh,
second.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And,
I'm friendly. I'm friendly.
Sets you on fire.
Do it.
12 misses your AC, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Its tail swings round and tries to jab at your hand, but your hand just slips out the way in time.
Oh,
And the lizard
feisty.
folk comes and picks him up, and no,
I like
towards
I,
the
I
creature.
sort of fall back on my ass, and I'm like,
Yeah.
but like I'm like visibly like just encapsulated by it, just like, wow, an actual dragon, smaller than I thought it would be.
At this point, the other lizard folk comes out, and this one sees the chest open. Payment. The payment, and it points.
Yeah, I'll pay.
We must make the delivery.
Right, you're gonna have to do a bit more explaining here.
And he
Who
sort of,
are you? What's your relation
Wherever
to
you-
these pricks?
where have you put the papers that you took out the thing?
I scoot
Are they
them
like
into my
visible or
Bag.
are they in your pack? Okay.
Yeah, they're in my pack.
One of the lizard folks pushes past and goes into the captain's quarters. You hear noise inside of the desk being shuffled about and moved. And then it comes back to the door. Papers!
We're looking for this, and I pull out the one that's like written by a 3-year-old.
He comes up to you and like this huge
That's racist.
beast in front of you. And he sort of snatches it out of your hand.
Whoa, no, he doesn't. He tries to.
Let's make a... Alright.
Why do you want to play
Dexterity.
like this, do you?
Why? What? Who the fuck are these guys? Are we friendly with them or what? Like, what's going on here?
Still to be decided, isn't it?
We should
16.
We should not anger them. We
What
should-
am I? What am I doing? What am I
Dex.
rolling? Dex.
I'd say Dex, yeah, straight Dex.
That's not good again. Wow, we're rolling very well. Dex. 10.
Yeah, he snatches it out of your hand.
Oh, wait. What?
And he points to it. Make delivery. Home.
Now, hang on
Oh,
just a
shit.
minute. We've been sent here by the Council of Saltmarsh to stop delivering stuff happening on the boat.
No, stop. Go.
I just like sort of
He's
look
starting
at
to get
Styles
visibly like angry.
and Picard. I'm like, who are the bad guys here? The people wants to be tied up with these dudes. Like, who? What exactly are we trying to stop here? Because it sounds like these
guys
guys
at the
are
thing are
smuggling
like-
too.
Why don't we try asking the humans to
They sort of
explain to us what
they're
they're doing?
observing the situation. They're like, you probably wouldn't listen to him. I've seen him fight.
Right, you. I point at one of them.
There's the bosun still there, the one that you recognise as being in charge.
You, bosun. What's the deal with these fucking lizard people?
Well, you killed the guy that knew most of it. But I just know we deliver stuff.
Who are they delivering weapons to?
To them.
And who is their enemy? Who's your enemy?
We don't know. We don't ask questions. And they don't
Right.
speak much, as you've
I like-
seen.
Poke the lizard guy on his shoulder. Hey, you! Who's your enemy?
Gets your finger. Sea Devil
Sea
is
Devil.
the enemy.
I look over at Picard. Oh shit.
He sort
Oh,
of
shit.
follows your stare towards Picard and he's like, Sea Devil. And he moves his hands to his face and does this, like,
Hi.
he's doing the signal. What's he saying? Kiss me?
It's me.
See, I'm no sea devil.
Picard, do you know
No.
this man?
I'm afraid not.
At this point, the other one comes back upstairs. What are you doing, Scarrick?
Where's
I
Gary?
was literally about to say, guys, there's something down here.
Do we hear this?
Yeah. That's it, you hear it. He's not exactly quiet, is he?
I'm gonna shout. There's something happening up here.
Alright, I'm coming.
As you leave the room, you hear another bang on the wall.
Bye.
Oh, what's that banging down there?
There's something behind the wall, but I couldn't find where it was.
What happened with the parrot? Where did that come
Oh
from?
man.
Well, I tried to make a friend, but it didn't go well.
As you
Picard,
come up, Scarrick, you see there is the remains of this parrot being devoured by a tiny dragon on the deck.
that is good.
But look what happened to it.
Well, would you look at that?
Oh, did you do
everyone
that,
see that
Scarrick?
dragon there?
Yeah, that's an actual dragon.
Wow, that's something. What's going on?
Your guess is as
As
good
you
as mine.
As you say that, the one that came up with you, the one who took the weapons, looks to the others. Weapons safe. We must go. Come. And he starts like ushering people around. Move.
Hang
Move the
on,
boat.
hang on,
Hold
hang
on
on a minute.
now, we
Well, he's
can't-
trying to
we
usher
can't
us
just
off the
go.
boat.
No, he's trying to get you to
Trying to
move
make
the
us
boat.
make the
Move the boat.
ship move.
Oh. Where do
No,
you,
no, no.
wait,
We don't own this boat. It's
Well-
not ours.
we do. The council wanted us to bring it back, so let's take it back.
Aye, but we've
There's
got
two-
business first.
Two
so let's
chaps
sort
waiting
that first.
for us.
The
Yeah,
father.
they're down in
Wait.
the little dinghy.
Oh, wait, hang on a minute. Where you want this boat to go? Where are you trying to take it?
The one that had taken the thing off you, like, looks through the papers that you pulled out and brings out a map. Home.
Is it the one that you said before? Like,
Yeah, so the crude map of like the Saltmarsh coast and something about 10 miles down where a river meets the ocean.
oh, I'm having a moral
Deliver.
dilemma here. Do we help these people or do we go take it back to the council? I think we're gonna have to
Deliver
kill
now.
them.
Do you say that out loud?
Tomorrow.
It's kind of what's going on in my head.
Tomorrow we can do it. How
Yeah,
about that?
what's the rush? What's the rush? Let's just figure this out.
This one next to you, when you say tomorrow, he tries to grab you. Make a strength check.
Oh, shit. To me?
No, Scarrick.
13. 13, if you're not 13.
13. He tries to pick you up, but misjudges how much you weigh in plate mail and sort of just gets you by the collars instead. Now! We go
Hey,
now.
whoa, look. Look, we don't
The
want no
others around
trouble.
you begin to hiss.
You can stop
No,
that.
no.
That's a weird noise. We don't want that.
We don't know you, and we have to figure out what we're doing. Give us a day, and we will trust you and deliver the weapons.
Just give
The
us
other
at
one moves
least give
around.
us time to just figure out, to search the boat, and then maybe you can have it. Maybe.
This one says to you, Ozzy, maybe it's not good enough. And he rolls for attack.
Oh shit! I was really hoping to be friends with these lizards.
They're being very pushy.
They are awfully rude.
It's 10 to hit.
No.
This is on the first one. I'm free. So, this one, who appears to be the leader of the group, swings one fist at you, and you sort of duck out of the way. And as you do, he looks at you angry and reaches behind him and pulls a large club from his back. And then this time tries to swing it down straight at you, but you duck out the way, and it just crashes into the deck.
Whoa!
He looks around at the others and says, "Kill."
No.
Wait!
You've got one charisma check to stop this turning into a fight,
Oh god.
and something good to say.
I cast Charm Person.
Okay.
Cheeky.
Yeah. Does he have to make a save?
Yeah, Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. 18.
He saves.
It's a good roll. He feels this sense wash over him. Shakes his head. Magic! And raises to swing. Rolls for initiative.
Oh, fucking hell. How did it end up like this? This dice is getting binned.
16.
Natural
16.
20 for 9.
9.
13.
Aussie 13. Pie card 9. Styles?
16.
16. What did you get, Scarrick? 16 or more?
Natural 20 for a 19.
Oh, 19. Cool. Okay. I just need to roll for... Alright. Okay. So, Scarrick, you're first. The situation has gone downhill rapidly. You've seen one of the lizard folk try to swing twice at Ozzy and miss. Yeah. What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna angrily swing at this guy with my warhammer.
Okay.
Because I'm not happy with the situation.
Roll
You
for
don't-
attack.
You don't have to explain yourself.
15.
What is it?
15.
15.
50.
Yeah. Meets it, beats it. Roll for damage. James, I can't hit any of the things you say. We tuck your mic in a little bit more, just to see if it helps.
Well, it's like pointing right at my mouth.
4.
That's as far as it bends. 4.
Okay, I'm going to turn
I
you off
think
my
it's-
Discord.
Do I need to turn off my, like, what's it called? The
Noise thing.
Thing
It might
on
be the
there.
noise thing. Yeah.
Discord,
Hell no,
yeah.
because that sucked last time. How do I change a person?
That was his old headset.
Right click. Ah, true. I've just turned you off a bit. Should be better now. Yeah, you roll. What were you hitting him with?
My warhammer.
Nice.
Throw your Warhammer collection at him. All of it. Have my
Some
Space
spring
Marines!
He brings up his scaled arm, and your warhammer digs in, just chunking off some scales and some flesh. He grunts angrily at you. Okay, now it's the Pseudo Dragon.
The what now?
The dragon, the tiny dragon, flies up into the air and begins to circle this one. It's flies about 20 feet up. And just hovers. It doesn't really know what to do yet. Alright, the lizard folk. So, Scarrick, the one you hit is going to try and attack you.
Turned off not questions to see if that's any better.
Oh yeah, that sounds alright. I've turned you up as well, so. 13. Misses.
Misses.
Ooh. 22.
Oh.
Hits. 1d6 plus 2. So 4. So it swings with the club and you manage to bash away with your shield, but as you bash away, you lift your arm up a little bit too far and it comes in with its bite and clenches onto like the backside of your arm, doing 4 damage. It sort of tries to bite through the chain. You feel the teeth pierce a little bit, but not too much. This one's going to go for you, Ozzy. 15.
Can I use a reaction on that?
Yeah, you can.
Can I use Hellish Rebuke? So it's 2d10 of fire damage.
Mm-hmm. You use that anytime you get hit.
Yeah.
And you've got
It's a reaction, but slots, I think. I've only got one. Yeah, I can use that. So
Cool.
11 fire damage.
Fuck me. So as he bites into your arm and tries to pierce through, this wave of fire just seems to ebb from your body. It's visibly hurt by it. It sort of burns up the front of it, and you see the greenish hue of his scales turn black and brown as it rolls up across its face, burning some of the weird, like, frilly bits that's on its head, and reels back in pain.
Hellish Rebuke. That's not very
I'm
paladin-y.
just staring down at it.
Alright, Ozzy. Did you just get hit by a club? What we're up to?
It's a pal.
Oh,
I was
you-
gonna roll.
Ozzy, yeah, you rolled. That was a reaction, wasn't it? You rolled. What did you roll?
I think I hit, didn't I? But I've just rolled a natural 20, so we'll take the first one. I think I rolled.
I think it was 15. It meets it, beats it. I've got a mana class 15.
Yeah, or I can go with a natural 20 or something.
That's okay. We'll go with a 15. I think you said 15.
1d6 plus 2. So 6 damage as it smashes the club into you. And then again, it
Why?
goes for a bite. Misses on its bite. This one, who is the nearest threat? It's probably going to go to you, Styles.
They get confused. Attack the people tied to them.
Actually, no, this
Got
one is
small
going to go.
brains.
5, 10,
Just try not to get
15,
eaten.
20. Goes back into the room. Yeah, goes back into the room for now. Okay. Styles, it's you.
Can we? I don't think I'd get a shot at the one near Ozzy, so I'm just going to shoot. I've got this one.
I'd say you would, because these guys are sat down tied to the thing, so you've got a clear shot on both.
Okay, so I'm going to shoot with my bow the one that's near Ozzy.
Yep. Roll for attack.
16.
16 hits, roll for damage.
You get sneak attack as well.
Yeah, you get sneak
Yeah.
attack as well.
That's 5. And 5 plus, so 8 together, and then the sneak attack, that's just 1d6, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going
I
to roll it
think-
with an actual.
I think
Nice.
so.
Don't want to check one check.
Yeah, just check
I
what
was
it is,
just-
'cause
I was
does
just
go up.
reading that. Sneak attack once per turn, you can deal an extra 2d6.
Yeah, I think you
There you
leveled
go.
up. Nice.
Actual dice, this is the first time using actual dice. And
Yeah, boy.
double natural 1.
it's 8, so 16 in total.
Nice, another 8 off. Sick, yeah. Just flies through, lodges into the side of this creature's neck, pierces a good way in. You see most of the bolt just dig in. It sort of reaches up and snaps it off angrily.
Did he take 16 damage then?
No, first was 8 and then the second was 8. So yeah, 16.
Yeah. Sorry.
16, so-
Yeah. I'd done the first lot before I'd done the sneak damage. So,
And he's still standing. Does he look
yes,
hurt?
he is. Yes, he does look hurt. Very hurt.
Okay.
Really pissed off.
Yeah, really pissed off as well. Would you like to move anywhere, Styles? Are you happy where you are?
Could I try and to the forward decks behind me? Could I like climb up and jump over the railing to put me on the deck above to give me a height advantage? Try that.
I'd say 5, 10, 15, 20. You can run to the stairs and go up, but to climb you'd have to use like your time that you would have fired. So you can run to the stairs here and then climb up because there's nothing blocking you. If you wish to do that, because you get 30 speed, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You could get up to here on the top deck if you wish.
Yeah, that won't be as cool as jumping up, so I'm just probably gonna. I want it to be real dramatic, and I don't want to look like I'm running away. I wanted it to look like I was being cool.
Alright.
That's me. Like, is he running away?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'll maybe take a step forward just so I look like I'm going towards the battle, but I am trying to keep my distance at the same time.
Cool. Okay, now it's the pirate's turn. So you have tied them up. Let's have a look. Okay. You see him begin to start struggling at the bonds, but so far
Oh fucking hell!
they haven't got out. But they're visibly like, oh fuck, we're tied up in the middle of this. Like shit. Ozzy, it's you. And then it'll be you, Pycard.
Can I, if I was to try and calm the situation by speaking, would you class that as an action, or would that be a free action to
Class
see
it
the
as an
result?
action if you're trying to calm it,
Okay.
because it's something that could go wrong.
As a bonus action, I will give Bardic Inspiration to Scarrig.
What's
that
that
where
do
it gets-
again?
So you get an extra D6 that you can use for an ability check, attack roll, and I think you can also use it on damage as well if you want. Just let me just check.
I think you did last time.
Yeah, 'cause it's changed with
Whether you
me.
can or not is another question.
Yeah. No, it's only
I'll
to do with
use it on my
spells.
next animal handling check with the dragon.
Yeah, it's only to do with spells, I think. But you can add it to anything else, not damage, unless you do a spell. And then I will. Fuck. Fuck it. He's pissed me off. I pull out my rapier and go attack him. Sorry that took so long. I was just
Alright.
trying to figure out what I want to do. 18.
18
18's
hits, 12
hit.
damage.
Rapier, what is it? 1d8 plus 3. That's a d8, is it? Or is it a d10? That's a d8. 7 points of damage to the one in
Yep.
front of me.
You kill him.
Oh, shit.
Draw your rapier and just see as this arrow is like pulling it out his neck. You just see the opportunity where a few of the scales have sort of like chipped away, and you just go up and stab it straight through his neck, similar to where the arrow went. So it's
As it
got,
like
this
goes into his
T-section inside.
neck, I just like pull him towards me and say, "We only wanted one night. He wasn't patient
As he
enough."
does, just this blood, like this weird black blood, just curls down his chin, and almost like onto your hands a little bit.
I just like lift my leg up and just like push him, kick him off with my leg, kick him back as I pull my rapier out of his throat.
Nice. It drops down in front of the deck wizard, who's just like, shit. That you, Ozzy?
Yeah, I just turn to the. After doing that, there's like a little bit of blood on me, splattered from a little bit of lizard blood, and I just turn to the three that are tied up. I say, "You best not be trying to escape." And I just sort of twirling my rapier around and staring at them.
Nice. Picard?
Right. I feel conflicted about killing these beautiful lizard
Hey,
creatures.
they fucking started it.
But also,
Was it the captain that I just killed? Like their leader?
the leader's next to
He's
us.
speaking for him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is he the one? Okay.
Oh no, sorry, the leader is next to you, Picard. Yeah, the one who took
Yeah.
Scarrick down.
Because he said to kill him.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to. I'm gonna channel divinity into my weapon. So you see me draw my sickle in my ghost hand.
Nice.
I extend my leather strap falls away, and I hold the sickle aloft, and you sort of see it beaming with energy, and I slice at the creature in front of me.
Yep.
With 18 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
Okay.
Roll for damage.
So it's 2 plus 11 necrotic damage, so 13
Shit.
damage.
Fuck me. Yeah. Absolutely annihilated.
I say.
Again, very over the top. You slice through, and as you cut through, just this black energy seeps out the wound. For like a sickle designed for cutting like wheat, this is actually cutting flesh here, and the black just seeps up through his body, almost like a poison for his veins, and he just drops. Yeah.
Stand up and I said, I didn't want to do that. Why did you make me do that?
Nice. Scallic.
Right, so pause. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All up, isn't it? Yeah. I'll come over to here and I guess I got shit. Nothing.
You can ready an action, can't you?
Oh yeah, I suppose I can.
We need this dragon as a pet.
Can I ready a javelin for anyone who comes out of that door?
Yep.
Or
of
any
course
of
you can.
these doors, I guess.
Yep, that's fine.
I feel like we could maybe parlay with that one, seeing as he's
Or block the door.
decided not to fight. I think this one's probably peaceful.
Or he's getting
Probably,
more
but
weapons
I'm in a bit of a bloodlust.
and armor.
So, the dragon
I am
flies
aware.
around 20 feet ahead, sort of circles around near the door, just waiting for its master to come out. And as he does, the door kicks open, like wood shattering out. This lizard folk comes out, and he has this huge turtle shell on one arm, which you can see is slashed and chipped in places. it's a huge shield, and at the base of it are these large, like, teeth, which seem to be off some sort of crocodile or alligator wrapped around the bottom of the shield. He has that in one arm, and a javelin in the other. His club you can see strapped to his back. He comes out the door, shield at the ready, looks towards the first person he can see, which will probably be Ozzy, and he pulls back and launches the javelin.
Black Cat sees
Does
this
my
and
javelin
says, maybe he wants to parlay.
It's 8 to hit though, because he's trying to hide behind his shield. He misses a little, and the javelin just flies past you and sticks into the
Dodge
door
out
on
the
the
way.
other side near the captain's space. So he does that, and then he charges across here, jumps the boat.
Does my javelin have come at him yet?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. Throw your javelin.
Oh, nice. 22.
22.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
I forgot to add. I add to the damage, can I? 6.
6. Nice. So as he throws his, you see that the shield comes down enough that you can throw yours and hits him in the chest. Wham! The force knocks him back, which is probably what made his javelin miss in the first place. And then he turns towards you angrily, charges towards you, jumping over the boat. And then with this spiked shield, he attempts to lift it and stab the spikes into you. For nice 22. So 7 damage as the teeth on the bottom of this shield come down, bam, into you.
Sorry, is this into me?
Yeah, Scarrick, he's coming to you.
Right.
You threw a javelin at him, so
So, was that 7 damage?
7 damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Dials, you're next.
So I'm gonna draw my short sword and just stab at him.
Yep.
Uh, 17.
That hits. You still get sneak attack
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will do so.
because there's
No
one
damage.
person next to it.
Yeah, so 8 plus another. Oh shit! What do you do if you drop one? What do you do if you drop one? Just reroll it.
Reroll it, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it drops on a natural 20.
Yeah.
So 8 plus 6. What's that? 14?
14,
Yeah.
nice, fucking hell. You stab your short sword into him and twist it as it goes in, pulling out this huge chunk of flesh and blood just splattering at you. He sort of staggers on his feet for a second, barely alive. What are they gonna do? Let me flip my copper coin. Okay. The pirates that are wrapped around the thing, looking at the devastation that's going on around them, just sort of huddle in closer. Ozzy.
What are you talking about?
They don't. They just more like they don't huddle like talk. They just push back towards the thing to try and stay out of the way.
Do I go a bit crazy?
He looks really injured. This lizard
Yeah, I figured.
Do something cool. Do something cool.
folk.
I want
Do a
this dra-
flip.
I want this dragon.
Do a kickflip.
I like flick the blood off the rapier into one of the pirates' face in front of me, and
Sort
like
of
look at him like, I'm watching you. And then I turn. Is there anything? Is there like anything about within reaching distance, like some tarp or a sheet or anything like that?
Not on this deck, because this deck's sort of exposed to the wind. There's no sort of thing apart from the sails, which are up in the rigging.
How high up is this dragon?
Currently he's about 20 feet.
I'm gonna. I'm going to head into this room.
Mhm.
5, 10, 15, 20. Is there some tarp in here, or like a sheet?
Yeah,
or
there's
something?
hammocks. Yeah.
Can I grab a hammock? There's some
Yeah,
sheet.
you cut him down with your sword. Yeah.
Okay. And whilst I'm out of view of the dragon,
Mhm.
I'm going to use disguise self
Yeah.
and turn into a lizard person.
Okay.
And then I'm going to step back out. No, I'll just
Okay.
wait. I'll wait there for a second, because I guess to then try and catch the dragon would be an action, I would suppose. And my action was
Yeah,
disguise self.
I'd say use disguise self and grab all the gear that you need in this turn, and then
Yeah, so I'm just sort of like
Styles is gonna
hidden in the
Styles is
doorway.
gonna like shout something like, "I say, what are you doing?" Like, because you just ran away like a coward.
Yeah.
I called you a coward, but
Pycard.
I
Is
don't
that
know.
you, Ozzy? Sorry.
Then I cast Bardic Inspiration with my bonus action on myself.
You need visual on that.
Sorry? On myself.
Do you need it? Oh, sorry, on yourself. Yeah.
Can I do that? Can I do
You-
it on myself?
Can you
Other
see
than
yourself,
yourself. Other than yourself. No, I can't do that.
Yeah, I think it's like a team thing, isn't it?
Then I don't do that.
You done?
Yeah.
Pycard. Oh, you're muted, Pycard. The Banshee has stolen your voice.
So these guys appear to have this lizard under control.
Yeah, he's staggered, definitely.
Ozzy's on the dragon, so Packard's gonna open this door.
and I'm Styles is gonna look really confused now. Like, what are you doing?
What the fuck is everyone going?
Everyone's leaving.
I can't do voice. I can just kind of do a high pitched girl. I think. I'm learning from this experience.
Where did everybody go? I like it. So in there, Pycard, as you push the door open, it seems to be one of the master cabins. The furnishing fit is a good quality. The place is tidy. There's a single bunk made up with linen again. Polished wooden table stands in the center of the room, bolted to the deck. There's a silver bowl containing an assortment of fruits, a silver carafe half full of red liquid, and a silver goblet. There's a brass-bound chest similar to the chest that was dragged out of the captain's quarters at the stern, and there's highly polished black boots.
Oh, I like
Yes.
those boots. I like those boots.
Yeah,
Those
that's what you
nice
see.
boots. Packard does that thing, you know, when you're viewing houses that you want to move into, and you sort of imagine your furniture there, or you're like, oh, I would have that there. I'd have curtains. Packard just sort of like. You
Ponders the arrangement.
ever watched Homes Under the Hammer, where they walk into a room and stuff?
And it all appears in front of him.
Yeah. That's what he does. That's the end of his turn.
Okay, Gallic.
Just while adjusting your new captain's hat.
So
Have you
yeah,
put the
I'll
boots
just
Not yet.
wing down with my warhammer on this last guy here.
Roll for attack.
I've been fine. Good. 19.
That hits. Roll for damage.
5.
How do you want to do this?
So I'll just kind of like, you made me do this, pal. Just like do like a 2-hand swing over the top and push down onto his head.
Nice. And as you do, the sound of fighting dies away. And the deck goes silent.
Can I jump in real quick as that happens?
Yeah. You're out of combat now.
So I step out into the doorway, seeing that he's just slammed down and killed the last one. And can I make a sound similar to a sound that the lizard people have been making, like a grunt or
Yeah, it's just been like grunts and thingies, yeah.
Towards the dragon?
Yep.
And gesture it towards me, like look panicked, like and like gesture it towards me.
It looks at you, and in your head, you get the weird feeling of confusion, but it's not your feeling. And it sort of flutters around, flying, now moving up slightly. And then, as you watch, it looks around.
Do we know that lizard thing coming out of there? Are we just assuming it's Aussie, or are we going to assume it's another lizard?
I mean, did you see him go in?
No, you would not know that it's me at this point, but I'm not stepping out. Did you just move me?
Oh, sorry, yeah, you're staying in.
Oh, well, I'm just
Yeah,
in the
I thought you stepped
doorway. I'm just in the doorway. I'm just,
Oh, okay, I see.
just like, obviously, just trying to get the visual of the dragon and just trying to like gesture it towards me.
Okay, well, that's
Is it
still what you get.
If it starts moving away, then, and I felt that in my head, can I cast message to it?
Yeah, sure. What would you like to cast?
I just cast a message to it, and just say, "It's okay. I'll look after you. You'll be safe with me." And again, gesture for it to come to me.
This is tricky. Make an animal handling check.
Oh my god. Do you want me to show you?
What is it, natural 20?
It's a natural 20.
Where's the lower half of your
We
body?
can't see it because everything's gone.
Can you see
No,
it?
it's just green screening
It's
out.
cool. It's cool.
It's a
cleaned
natural
up.
20.
Okay. Because you rolled a natural
Fucking
20,
hell. For
I
21.
will give you a dragon.
the dragon slowly begins to come down, and the feeling in
That's
your mind
fucking
changes to one of like warmth, and it flies in and crawls around you and curls its like tail around your neck.
It's okay. It's okay. And I sort of stroke it and drop the disguise self. But as I drop the disguise self, I'm like ready to sort of like grab it if it gets freaked out and tries to fly away. But I'm like just sort of like calming it, like it's okay. It's okay. I'll look after you. It's fine.
It doesn't really react when you drop the disguise self, because when you did when you spoke to it, you spoke in common, which obviously a draconic person wouldn't. So it sort of had the understanding that you weren't one of them.
Okay.
It ain't a retard. Yeah, it huddles around, and yeah, it's bonded to you. You now have a
Probably
persuaded
got
dragon.
the best treasure.
What the fuck? It's okay. It's okay. And I'd like to think, because I did this all sort of like in the doorway, maybe everyone else didn't see that I could disguise myself. I don't know. Maybe you want to they can do perception checks.
Yeah, if you were trying to hide it, do a deception check, and everyone else can do perception to see if they.
Or
they
stealth.
saw
Would it be stealth?
Stealth, yeah.
See, Picard was in the room, so he's not aware.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23.
I got 16.
17.
Yeah, and Picard wasn't there, so.
Oh yeah, fair. So, yeah, none of you for the rest of the battle, since there was other stuff going on, you didn't see him go into there and make that change through the angle of the door.
I just
Saw him go in the door, but we didn't see him change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't see him change. Yeah.
I just step out just like sort of stroking the dragon that's now around my neck, like looking at like make eye contact with Scarrick, like.
I'll just like kind of drop my warhammer down a little bit, even though I've got like blood all over me. And I'll just like my face will change from like that kind of like heavy panting, angry bloodlust to just like, oh, would you look? come over to it.
I'm like struggling, and like I'm just like constantly sort of like casting message in its head, like it's okay, we're friends, you're safe, it's okay. I just keep, yeah. Okay. No.
I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna walk
if you
over
look
to
into
the.
your library, you have the Persuado Dragon in your. Should be in your little library thing. You should be able to see him.
In my journal.
Yeah. So, yeah, in your journal. Yeah. So as you're walking over Styles, one of the other pirates wrapped around the thing looks at you and like, who the fuck are you? Why are you arresting us? You've just killed all these people.
I'm just gonna wipe. I'm not gonna answer the question. I'm just gonna wipe the blood off my sword on their clothes and just says, if anything else tries to kill me on this ship, the next blood I'm wiping off this thing is yours, and I'm gonna just sheathe it and walk off. I'm gonna walk towards the pointy bit of the ship.
As I was saying, boys, there's something downstairs. Shall we go have a look?
Just a quick question. In a magic spell, V is visual, right?
Verbal.
Yeah.
Oh, verbal.
Verbal. Oh, yeah, that's verbal.
And you didn't gag the prisoners, did you?
No.
No.
So, as you're bonding with the dragon, the Scarrick's there, and Styles is wiping off the thing, and Picard is in the room. The wizard of the group, you'll see the Styles because you're sort of looking at him.
Yeah.
A silvery mist begins to come around them, and it wraps around tighter and tighter and tighter, and all of a sudden, they're gone, and they appear.
Does it have semantic S?
No, it's just verbal.
Is it literally just verbal? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I just checked. You see them as you turn, like you're like, where the fuck are they gone? They appear over the side of the ship, and they sort of wave as they drop into the water below.
Blackheart comes out of the room and he's like, where the bloody hell's that one gone?
I look up from Struggling Dragon like, what was that splash?
Have they all gone or just one of them?
Just one, just the wizard.
Mr. Styles, where is the wizard?
Styles?
She vanished. She vanished and then just plopped in the water.
I suppose that is what wizards do.
Swimming.
Just fucking Misty Step.
So I'm going to rush over to the side and look over. Can I see anything?
As you look over it down into the waves, you see nothing. You see the bodies of the other bandits, a couple are like floating about, some have drifted a bit further away, some bashing into the side of the boat, but the wizard seems to have gone.
Well, I just turn around and say, well, then there was two.
And they look at you like, it's alright for some.
I turn and I walk up to him and I bend down and I say, well, you should have gone to magic school then, shouldn't you? Instead of a life of crime. And I slap him back.
And he looks at you and goes, yeah, where are the criminals? And just looks around at all the dead bodies.
I say, this was an unavoidable catastrophe.
They started
we have successfully navigated.
Battle is a battle.
Exactly, Mr. Scarrick. And I back him and hand him again. And you will do well to learn manners.
But as I was saying, there's some knocking downstairs. Shall we go have a look?
Yes, I feel as if I should come because I can sort of get through walls a little bit. So I might be able to have a go. So I shall come with you.
Just before I disappears down the stairs, I'm going to ask Picard, did you find anything in the cabin?
Oh, it was a lovely room, tons of space. I'd probably move the bed around a little bit. Some nice,
Anything useful?
a lovely pair of boots that I've already bagsied, so you cannot claim them as your own. Yeah, there was probably other stuff in there. And off he skips down the stairs. And then he turns back real quick and he goes, "Remember, Bagsy, the boots." Carries on.
So we'll go downstairs. As you guys enter, you still hear knocking against the back wall, Picard. Do you want to make an investigation check to see if you can see anything?
I do.
I'll say you can make it with advantage because you can put your arm through the wall and do it on the other side.
Dabby does see. It's either 11. Ooh, 21. I'll go with that one,
21.
please.
Nice. So as you feel around the other side, you feel that there is an indent from what would be the normal wall thickness to something of a door, and you manage to feel around enough to pop a latch, and similar Scarrick to the room above, a secret door appears in the wall. Now, as you look in, you see a dark, cramped area, only 4 feet wide at most, and squeezed between the ship's stern and the adjacent cabin is where it's positioned. There appears to be a holding cell. A slim humanoid figure cowers in the far corner, chained to the hull. As you open, he's obviously seen this ghost arm. Well, actually, I don't think he would. Let me check. If he has dark vision, he would. If he doesn't, then he wouldn't. Which is quite important.
Just an arm coming through, just like
Yeah.
terrifying, absolutely terrifying.
So he sees his arm come through, and now he's just cowered in the corner, like just afraid. The figure you see in the light that you now enter is blue-skinned, long, dark hair, but again with like a bluish tint. You see elvish ears, pointed. His clothes are sort of shimmering pearlescent, however they're dirtied and a bit ragged at this point. He seems tall, although he's cramped down and squatted in the corner.
Well, tonight just is full of
I
surprises.
say this is one crazy ship, Mr. Scarrick.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is.
When
are
he-
you all right,
When he
sir?
hears you begin talking, and when you speak towards him, you hear what can only be described as the sound of almost like bubbles and the sound of water sloshing as he tries to mouth something to you. And then the dialect changes. What languages do you two speak?
Common, Dwarvish, and Giant.
Giant, how random.
Definitely next. I was like, that's the opposite of a dwarf.
Right. Looking. Where are my languages?
They'll be near your proficiencies
It's on the left,
in the little
underneath
box.
tools.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong place. Abyssal, Common, Infernal, Undercommon.
Vic. He changes dialect to something that you've both heard more commonly, however, you don't understand what he's saying.
I'm sorry, we don't understand you.
Say, spit it out, you bastard!
Maybe we can get someone to help. And I'll shout for Ozzy. Ozzy!
Like, yeah. Just like start making my way downstairs. Styles, just keep it down.
I just sort of say
Yeah, no
to
worries.
Scarrick, Mr.
I'm
Scarrick,
gonna be-
as much as we sort of come over here for a whisper.
Yeah.
As much as I feel we should help this creature, we must also be cautious. He's been locked in a secret room for a reason.
I agree. We should be careful.
I step in and survey the situation.
What
Can
do
you
you speak,
talk to
Ozzy?
him with the message?
Maybe. Can I get a vibe of this guy? Does he look afraid, happy, angry?
He looks scared.
He looks scared.
And like he looks like he's been in the cell for a few days, at least.
We'll go
if not
back
a
up
few
and
weeks.
join Styles with the prisoners.
I step
If you come in
down.
again, you get this dialect that I don't think you can understand either.
Abyssal. But do you say it's common? Like you sort of recognize it, or
It's one that these guys have heard before but don't understand.
these guys?
The two Scarrick and Picard.
Not me.
The first one, I think you would have heard it in your travels. This second language, and looking at his ears, which were pointed.
So he's trying to maybe speak in Elvish. I would have maybe heard Elvish people speaking Elvish. Oh, you one of the Elvish types, are you? You don't speak common? Common.
Shakes his head.
English, you're in England.
He makes
Speak
a comment
English.
that seems to have some sarcastic tone.
I don't know this is going on, do I? Because I speak Elvish.
I'll
I don't know
cast.
what's going on.
Oh dear. Well, I cast message first,
Does
but I,
message transcend language?
no, I don't think
it does. I think
No,
you
it
just
doesn't.
cast in the
It just
language
casts
that
it
you-
in his
That
head.
would probably be filling
gonna freak him
Styles
out
in at
even
this
more.
point
It just goes.
about there being an elf downstairs.
He just gets in his head. Common. Do you speak common?
He sort of just sighs.
What did you say, James?
I would definitely have told you that there's an elf downstairs. I guess does he just look like an elf?
Yeah.
I will have seen an
I'll
elf.
I'll
Yeah.
trade places with Styles, so I'll go up and
He's a
do
blue
the
elf.
watch, and I'll be like, Mr. Styles, there is
I guess he would have
elf
told us. He
downstairs.
speaks Elvish if I told him that.
Okay, so I'm gonna go in and sit.
As I realise Styles is coming in to talk to him, can I just like survey the rest of the room and just look for anything of value
Yeah,
or
sure.
interest?
So this was the one obviously with the parrot thing. There is a sea chest in the corner. You sort of open it up. It's not locked. Just contains grubby garments.
Ugh.
There is the remains of a crossbow. There is a large spear and a dagger in this chest.
They don't look magical or anything like that.
No, but they do look different to normal weapons that you've seen. They are sort of more elegant and
Almost elvish.
yeah,
Maybe.
almost like ocean. Those styles. You went to the chamber.
No,
you
sorry,
see this-
there's nothing on the desk or anything like that. But
No, there's
sorry.
nothing on the desk in here. No.
I'm just gonna say, hello, how are you? In Elvish.
You understand me?
Yes, I can speak your language.
Common. Will you both speak common?
I'm just
One
just
of my languages. You are. Who are you? I haven't seen you before.
My name is Styles. What is your name?
My name is O'Shanus.
Shenanus.
Oceaneus. Oceaneus. Oceaneus.
That's so.
Oceaneus. Oceaneus.
Ocean. How are you spelling that?
I put ocean ass.
It's OCEANUS. And
Ocean.
I only really realised today that anus is the last four letters. O'Shanus.
Oh,
Ocean.
anus.
I'm gonna relay this to Ozzy. Ozzy, meet Ocean ass.
What?
But
Can you repeat that?
Right. I think I don't think I might be losing a bit in translation, but to me it's Ocean.
Oceanus.
If you say so.
Hello, Oceanus. Nice to meet you. And I hold out my hand.
raises his hands, which are manacled together.
Oh right.
Why are you here in this ship?
I was captured.
I'm like
by
nudging
the
Stas.
pirates.
Stas. Ask him if he's heard of Crossbows and Roses. Ask him.
No, Ozzy. I will.
Stas,
I promise.
it's important.
I'll ask him. I'll ask him.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say to him, why did they capture you?
As soon as he says that, I'm like, and what did he say? What did he say?
Wait,
He says,
Give me a second.
I'm from a member of the tribe of Man. We have a settlement in the ocean. This ship, this vessel, passed many nights. I was ordered by my chief to come aboard and see what was happening. However, I saw the weapons, but they captured me. I was unable to get free.
I'm gonna turn
That,
to Ozzy.
that was a really, that was a really long way of saying yes.
Ozzy, he's from the tribe of Man. He's from the ocean. He came to investigate the ship, and he said they're from a settlement on the ocean, and they are aware of a band called Crossbows and Roses.
That does not surprise me at all.
But only by legend, he doesn't actually know who you are.
I pull out some parchment with my portrait on it. Start signing it.
He says, Who are you? And who is this one?
I hand it to him. You're welcome.
He nods like.
So, this is Ozzy. He's
Do you
a
travel
little.
with a fool?
Yes, he's our jester. We bring for entertainment.
I'm like,
I see. Are you? I assume you're not with the people who own this boat.
Yeah, we're not. So I'm gonna turn to Ozzy and what do you think we should do?
so
I'm good. Did he say is he chained to the boat?
Yeah, he's
can't
shackled
roll
to
it.
the ground.
So just because I was just being silly then and not paying too much attention.
Yeah.
Just what did he do? he snuck onto the
So
boat
he's sent by the tribe because the boat was coming past near.
Yeah, to
where they are.
investigate it.
near their home.
Found
Okay.
all. Found all
They
the
might be
weapons.
the
but then
enemy
was
of
captured.
Blizzard Folk.
And then these pirate people have like locked him up, I guess.
Yeah. And can we break his shackles
know.
to set him up and bring him into the cabin?
Enemy of our enemy is our friend, I suppose.
Yeah, you can break him if you want, unless you can find a key.
I don't.
Oh.
Ozzy, have you got?
Oh,
Ozzy, if only we had something to unlock these shackles.
I found a key. I pull it out.
Can we unlock the shackles so he keeps? Can we unlock it from the ship so his hands are still bound, but we can move him and sit him in the chair in the cabin?
It's okay. He's a fan. And I go walk towards the manacles and start unlocking
Yeah,
it.
you wouldn't be able to anyway. The manacles are like bolted
Yeah.
into the ship, and then you chain your hands.
He's clearly a good guy.
You free his hands, and you see he's feeling his wrist where the manacles are cut in. I have not eaten in many days. Well, not proper food anyway. There was one. A large bull of a man with a hooked hand. He brought me food, but I don't even know if you can call it that.
Is he saying he wants a song? Do you want a song?
No food, Ozzy. He wants food.
Food. Oh, okay.
We bring him into the cabin and sit him down on the chair.
Yep.
And
I pull out
give him
some.
my flask of water.
I pull out some rations, and I go to hand it towards him, and then I just pull away. I'm like, no, this is for the dragon, and I feed it to the dragon instead.
Is the dragon with you?
I guess I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it can be. It's up to you now.
Okay. Yeah, it flies.
It's your baby.
I'm gonna snatch some of the food off Ozzy. I said, you can't.
What?
Ozzy, he's a fan. You've got to feed
Sorry.
him here.
Sorry, I just keep forgetting I got a fucking dragon now. Got kids to feed. Yeah, hand him some food, and pull out my
Like,
whiskey,
sort of-
my pouch full of whiskey, and offer him that as well.
He sniffs it.
It's good
What is this?
whiskey. I don't know what he says.
His face
Fire
turns up a
water.
little bit as he passes it back, just being polite.
I don't know if I can trust this guy.
Who are you?
I was
So
saying,
we've been
What is your business here? And thank you for setting me free.
we're investigating the smuggling that's been going on. So we've been tasked with taking control of this vessel and bringing it into the nearby port.
And I presume you have, if you've found me.
Well, so far so good.
Very good. And he sort of turns and sees the chest. Ah, these are mine. May I? And he points towards his weapons.
What weapons are there?
So there was a spear, a broken crossbow, and a dagger.
does he seem legit, Paul? Can I like roll
Insight
insight?
check.
You can roll
Yeah.
insight.
Maybe with disadvantage because I can't speak his language.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it because I want to know.
I'd say just roll a straight.
Natural 20. Oh, that's disadvantage. For fuck's sake. This dice is fucking dead good. I got 2 natural 20s last time with it as well. Maybe it's loaded. 11.
11.
5.
13.
5. 13 and 5. So, from your conversation with him so far, he seems to be pretty straight with you. There's no reason for him to lie so far.
Well, he's a fan.
He is a fan. I mean, he didn't say that, so it's not a lie.
Yes.
From you sort of study his mannerisms, and because you can't understand his speech, you sort of focus in more on how his body language is.
Yeah.
And he looked timid at first, but now he's not overconfident, but he's sort of polite in his mannerisms.
I'd sort of gestured to him to maybe like come up top to see everyone else, and also I'm just curious to see how the pirates react to seeing him.
Yes.
And may I take my weapons? And he looks to you.
Yes. Yeah. Take your weapons.
He loads up his dagger and takes a spear, and he looks at the crossbow. Many hours of work were wasted. And he leaves it
Come on.
behind. He follows you
Come on,
up to the
get some-
deck.
Get some fresh air.
Look who we found. I look towards the pirates. Who have you been holding up down there?
He just working out where he was. Yeah. Oceanus comes up and instantly walks towards this one, the first mate, the bosun.
Oh.
Sorry.
I'm gonna walk
And-
next to him. I'm walking like close enough to-
He looks towards you, Styles, and says, "This is the one." And he puts his hand to his dagger.
I'm
May
gonna
I?
put. No. We need them alive.
Whoa. Hey, Oceanus. Hey, chill.
Takes his hand away. Okay.
I'm gonna look to the prisoners. Like, what did you do to him? Why does he want to kill you?
I fed him. I fed him with whatever the captain told me to. And he doesn't even speak proper language.
English. Speak English.
We're in Greyhawk. Speak fucking Greyhawk. dickhead. I did nothing.
Why did you lock him up?
He's an imposter on the ship. Why wouldn't we lock him up?
Right, I think we've had enough of this anyway. Let's load them up onto the boat and search this place.
The Oceanus, or Oceanus, depending on which dialect you use, moves across to one of the lizard folk, and he pulls his dagger and just pokes the body. He looks to you, Styles. What is this creature?
I don't know. I take it you've never seen them before.
I did not see these when I was on board. How curious.
Yeah.
They
How
seem
long have you been on
reptilian.
board?
I do not know. Time in the cell was hard to keep track of.
Paul, do I recognise this race, this guy?
Like a history check.
Yeah, do I? I'm sure.
I've just rolled another fucking natural 20. I think this dice might be loaded.
Yep, I think you should definitely change it.
21.
Charles, you can make a history check as well. So 21 for you.
8.
8, okay. So Styles, you obviously recognize him as an elf, and you know there are different elves. There's wood elves. There's, well, you know of like wood elves and stuff like that, and you think maybe this is just some sort of elf. Ozzy, you have more detail with you traveling the coast frequently. You've heard of sea elves. You've never seen one before, but you've heard of races of elves who literally live under the ocean, can breathe underwater as well as on land. And you know they're, as most elves are, quite a proud group of race of people. And they often won't go on to like matters of man. They'll just make sure, unless it impedes on them, they won't sort of go out of their way to
Yeah, I remember
interact with
Callan.
people. Yeah, matters of
no,
elf.
wait, no, I don't.
So you recognize him as a sea elf.
Ah. And I'm like looking him over, like as soon as I was like, you're one of them sea elves. Styles, I think I've heard stories. Live on the sea, a sea elf.
Styles, what does he say? We'll presume from this point onwards that Styles, you translate anything someone says to me. Otherwise, this is going to be a long-winded conversation. So after a quick translation, he translates back. Yes, I am a sea elf of the Man tribe. We are...
Man tribe.
Yes.
Pycar jumps in and goes, the Seaman tribe. What a lovely...
And you're their leader, Oceanus.
of the Seaman.
Literally out the book, I haven't even written this. Yeah, that's him.
Would I know if they're peaceful, like, or is it just like any?
There's no political ground for them on land. Like, you haven't heard of them. I mean, there's been no tell of them in wars. So
yeah, there's like no particular allegiance that I'm aware of or anything like that.
No.
I'm going to turn Styles' turn to Oceanus and says, Oceanus, would you like to see some entertainment, something funny?
Yes. I've been locked away for some time. Please.
Ozzy, he's ahead of your legendary dancing, as I said. The head of cross-person roses, and apparently you do like a good jig during your set. Is this true? Is there legends of it?
Insight check.
So you've got to roll deception.
It's not loaded anymore. That's a 2. Plus 2 for 4.
12.
Yeah.
But a jig? Well, I sometimes used to stretch my legs a little bit on stage if the tune was particularly jaunty.
Well, play a tune and give him a little dance he wants to know.
Well, Scary, maybe you play the so you got drums, is that right?
I don't think we've got time to be
the bagpipes
right now.
The guy
Maybe
wants
we should be.
Wants a little jig.
Let's get these guys loaded up onto the wee boat outside with the soldiers, and we'll finish off searching out, and then get this back to port. Then you can do a jig.
I'm like just sort of like flexing my legs a little bit, like yes, Scary's right, Mr. Oceanus. Now's probably not really the time for entertainment, but you are more than welcome to join us back in Saltmarsh. It's a lovely little town. You can meet some land folk, and there's a local bar, and I'll happily play tunes all night long.
I
Yeah,
guess
so
there's a rough translation, but missing out the thingy.
yeah.
Yes, I will come back to Saltmarsh.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
It will be
Sorry
good to
about
see
that.
the end of this.
Sorry about that. It's not a very good jester.
Did you find out where the weapons are going? I only found them.
Right, to
Uh,
these people here, these lizard people, I think
Oh.
we've got a map as well of where.
Oh, may I see?
Ozzy, have you got that?
The guy took it off me, so I'd
Yeah,
go
mess
over to the
around.
body and pick it
Blowing
back
around
up.
the deck.
Like, I just sort of like try and wipe a bit of blood. It's got a little bit of this blood on it, but here you go. I think he was taking them there.
He takes it. Interesting.
What do you know?
I just wonder who these are intended for. Hopefully not my kin.
Do your people have any enemies around here?
No. Not
Do you-
really. We keep
it-
ourselves to ourselves.
They were saying
Well-
these were for their enemies.
They're enemies?
Is that what he said?
Did they
I think
say
it was.
who? Yeah.
No. They decided to fight us and we had to kill them.
Oh. Well. You did well. I see.
We certainly did.
All the bodies. Well, we should.
I turned to
Yeah.
I turned to the two pirates laid down. Oh shit! One of them was missing. Stars, I told you to watch him.
Oh, whack!
Who are these delivering weapons to? Who is their enemy?
We told you we don't know.
Yeah, you
We just move the
do.
weapons.
I
We don't get
believe
involved in
you.
other people's politics.
Right. I think it's we need to search the rest of the boat.
All right,
before
all
we
right,
find
right,
any
right.
more surprises.
Search the rest of the boat and let's get home.
No more people, please.
Okay.
Can't deal with
So-
any more meetings.
The rest of the boat will sort of rapid search it.
Quick search.
Quick search activated.
Fast track.
So there's
Cutscene.
the ship's stores in this northern quarter. So this is equipment like ropes and planks and stuff to repair the ship. In the southern part of that, there is the food stores. Excuse me. So sacks of grain, some dried meats, stuff like that. In the hold, as you take your time to inspect, well, first of all, there's more living quarters towards the bow of the ship. That's right. This seems to be like the crew quarters. There's a mess table in the middle and lots of hammocks around the outside where they would obviously rest. There is no crew down here anymore because you killed them all. In 11, in this main area of the ship that you've passed through to get into this back end, perhaps, this is the cargo hold. So in here, as you sort of take your lantern down and inspect a bit further, there is stacks and stacks of casks and bolts of silk. Just at a rough estimate, you count around 50 bolts of silk. There's casks of brandy, casks of wine, and there's also a large crate down here with the markings of the realm.
If I'm right,
Pop it.
if my memory serves me well, they said we could have anything on the boat was ours unless it was marked for the realm. Is that right? For the king.
Yeah, all this has the king's stamp on.
It's okay.
we-
So like all the
can we
silks, all
open
the
that?
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can we open that thing?
Yeah,
you
you
just
open
said.
the crate, and inside you
Crate.
find some brand new, recently forged mining tools. So there's rakes of pickaxes, shovels, all this equipment just like stacked neatly in the crate with sawdust around it.
So the dwarves in the mine.
Mhm.
So that's that. You've searched the back 2 quarters, and as you peer down into the base of the ship, you see the bilges. Is that right? Bilge.
Yeah.
Bilge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is obviously where the ballast of the boat is stacked if it needs to be ballast for balance. And yeah, there's nothing down here except a damp, dark space.
I'm busting. Let's go to one corner and have a little wee.
I actually need a wee in real life, so we'll take a quick break after searching the ship.
Alright. Is that everything then?
That's everything on the boat.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've got like the galley area here, the stores behind, the other stores. This was the Dragon folks. This
We
was
didn't unlock
Captain's.
that chest, did we? That Picard
You
found
haven't
in
done
his...
that yet, no.
Okay. And what about this room? Did we do this room?
Yes,
Yeah, it's
I believe so. There is a sea chest there as well, which you haven't looked at, so you can have a look in there in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, whoever's best at big lock, I guess, styles.
So who's searching what?
Right.
So in
This
room
chest.
in
Yeah,
the
this
lower
chest.
right,
Let's do this first.
we'll do that first. So this chest is unlocked. And it's not trapped. There is just again some basic garments, pairs of boots, mostly quite old but reasonably clean. Just someone whoever's searching it should make an investigation check for the room.
Who's doing it?
Oh my god, I just rolled on a natural 20.
Get rid of that fucking dice.
No.
Cat's doing it then.
No. 22.
You find a brass box.
This
under the
dice is
bed,
fucking ace.
but it's locked. A locked.
Oh,
brass
what? Sorry?
box.
A locked
A
brass box
Brass box under the bed.
under the bed. Oh. Locked brass box. I'll scoop it up.
I take it Styles would.
I'll scoop it up for later. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we could just save it for later.
Well, bring it up top, and then in this cabin,
I
there's
hide it.
houses. And you see a similar chest to what was in the captain's quarters in the corner of the room.
I'm going to check it for traps again.
Okay. Make a investigation check.
20.
20. Okay. So this one, you see it is trapped. But unlike the other one, it's not just a slit at the bottom. This one seems to have, around the lock, there seems to be these holes that have been drilled into the wood. And it sort of fits into the pattern that's been carved around the lock, which is sort of what drew your attention to it. But they are holes that seem to go inside, and as you push the chest back and forth, you hear the sound of sort of liquid rocking inside. From your knowledge of traps, you think this liquid could be something that sort of turns into particles in the air when triggered.
Spores.
Can we drag it out again? I'm going to play the same game. I'm going to go up to was it the quartermaster?
Yeah.
Or whatever it was.
Yeah, it's
That's
the
it.
first one.
So, what are these holes for on this chest?
That's that mage's cabin. I don't know what that one does. They
Ooh, the
fucked off
mage. Gonna be some
I just
good
look
shit in here. Alright, stand back, stars. I've got a knack for these things, as we know, and I'm just gonna dive straight in and try and disarm it.
Alright. So roll. What you do? You don't even have thieves' tools.
Oh, disarming the
you
trap.
disarm- Disarming it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll dex.
Dexterity.
Yeah.
With my natural 20 dice.
Yeah.
Oh. That would be a 7.
as you begin,
It's
pulling
fine.
out,
I got this. I know what I'm doing with traps.
small pins and stuff that you've acquired and begin poking them into the holes, all of a sudden you hear this, and this green gas
think
begins
it's
to
meant.
pour out of these holes.
I think it's meant to do that.
Um,
I think the idea is you breathe in this gas, and then
the cloud of noxious gas releases 5 foot around the chest. Who's going to be caught in it? You will,
well,
Ozzy.
we're in front of this guy, aren't we?
Yep, and the
I'm
thingy.
stood there as well.
So all 3 of you need to make a Constitution check. Constitution save. Sorry.
I was just fucking stood here.
Yeah,
There as well.
I didn't want to be anywhere near it.
oh, 19. Oh, this dice is so good.
It was all
good.
3.
16.
Is it a poison?
20.
Constitution saving throw.
But is the thing that is affecting me a
Yeah.
poison? Okay, I
Um,
have advantage against
And
disease
is that me
poisons
as well?
on saving throws.
Only 5 foot radius around the chest.
That 16 is probably enough anyway, innit?
I got 20.
I
Yeah.
have no idea where the chest is.
You all. It's alright. You're not in the range. You all sort of. Oh, actually, you are. You're there, aren't you, Scarrick? Make Constitution save.
Yeah, but I'm over here
Oh, true.
doing, and I said I was doing it.
No, but we dragged it in front of him, didn't we? Again.
Oh yeah, okay.
You dragged it in front of him like last time.
Mm.
You'd be there.
Great.
8. Was it 8?
Yeah.
Okay. So you all sort of breathe it in, like. And all of you are just like, fucking hell.
Oh,
What was that? And you start feeling a bit queasy.
I've smoked
And
some
then
strong
you look
shit
over
in my
at
time,
Scarrick.
but this is strong.
And Scarrick literally just goes
Scar-
onto the deck.
Scarrick?
He's fully unconscious.
Scarrick?
All the rest of you just like shake it off as the gas just disperses from the wind.
Does he do it full face first?
I'd say falls back, like onwards, like just looking up at the sky.
I'd turn to Styles and say, Scarrick ain't used to smoking the strong stuff.
He's not going to like it when he wakes up with what you've just done. What, does anything happen to the parrot? Does he survive?
Yeah, he survives. He takes a big whiff and just manages to.
I go over to Scarrick and make sure he's all right. What's going on with it?
I'm gonna pick it now and set it up and.
Do a dex check, add your modifier in your proficiency. Yes, Scarrick's unconscious.
Is he
fully
dead?
unconscious. No, he's still breathing, but he's unconscious.
Roll a new character.
13.
13, okay. You managed to get your picks in now, sort of clearing your head, and you pop the lock. Inside
I'm
the
just
chest,
fanning Scarrick, like, come on, man, it's all right.
as you're looking through the chest, you find a leather coin purse containing 50 gold,
Whoa.
a spell scroll, and also a spell book.
Oh, another spell book. I got one of them too. We could maybe trade these with that magic woman.
Well, so, Ozzy, you've got a spell book. Mr. Picard, you got any use for these items?
What? I glance at them and I say, what are their contents?
I don't know.
spell
I've got no
book
spells in
Well,
there.
the deck wizard has the following spells.
I'm
But
right
I
in thinking
don't
we can't use. None of us can
I
use
don't think
spell
any of
books,
you
can we?
use it, you're
No.
not a wizard.
Oh,
But we can
But you
use a
look through,
scroll
it has
though. I
stuff
think.
like- Yeah, you can use a scroll.
what is the scroll?
So you open the scroll and you see it's a scroll of gust of wind.
Gust of wind. Ooh,
So one of you
fancy.
can add that to your inventory. Also, after 3 minutes of fanning Scarrick, he suddenly wakes back into consciousness.
How many gold is it? 50.
50, yeah.
I'm just going to pocket that. I ain't even going to share it.
Fucking hell, that's the way, is it?
Well, I'm still carrying 500 that we're going to share out at some point. So
Have you? Oh yeah, you got the
Yeah.
bag of holding. I've forgotten that one. I was like finding
What the
Scarrick.
fuck
Scarrick,
happened to
you alright?
me?
Hey, take it easy, take it easy.
What did you do to me, lad?
I like to sit him up.
Oh,
It was the chest. Something came out of the chest. He couldn't quite handle it. It's alright. It's alright. Breathe, breathe.
Ozzy, just make a perception check.
12.
Alright. You just sort of help him back to his feet, give him his.
I don't like it when you do that.
so sorry about that. Sorry about my language too. Oh, that scared me. That I'm not used to inhaling things like that.
I
So
know you're not. I know. It's alright. You're
hit me
back. You're
quite
back.
hard. Aye.
Did he take any damage or anything?
No, he's just knocked unconscious. It's like a knockout gas. So, that is, I think, everything searched except you haven't opened the brass box yet.
We should open the box.
am I going to pick it?
Yeah.
Dex
yeah.
again.
Yeah, Dex.
I'm gonna
I
say-
haven't shown anyone the brass box.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
he hasn't shown anyone yet, but do you wish to?
Yeah,
There you
alright.
go, Ozzy.
Steam.
No, I'm not. Not yet.
Okay,
No?
No, no.
16.
Picard goes over to the side of the ship and he shouts down to the two men that have been waiting. Sorry that you've been waiting there for possibly hours.
God's like, okay, hell.
we had a bit of a to-do on the deck. But it's all cherry now. If you'd like to come up and we'll arrange.
Yeah, we start like unloading
Yeah.
stuff. Oh no, wait, what are we gonna
Yeah, we're
we
sailing
gonna
the ship.
sail the
innit?
ship? Yeah, we're gonna just try to sail the ship.
I'm gonna try and sort it
I'll yell down to them. We're going to sail the ship back to Saltmarsh, and we will convene with the council. So
Maybe give
See you
them
there.
the soldiers.
We'll row
We can
back.
lower the soldiers down, the pirates down
Oh,
to them.
Keep. I think we should keep them.
Whoa,
everyone
whoa,
on
whoa,
deck.
yeah. Let's keep everyone on the ship. Let's not separate people.
Yeah.
And we need
there's
we probably
pirates.
need the help of these pirates as well.
We need the guards. We need the guards. I'm gonna shout down. We're
Yeah.
gonna need your help to sail the ship back, so you need to come on deck.
And like we could tie their rowboat to the back of the ship or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so they come up, they tie a rope to one end of the rowboat, bring it up with them as they climb up and climb on board, and they tie it to the back of the ship. So, you are... You now see a tiny token, they're the haunted
Yeah.
house. That
Yeah.
is your ship. The sea ghost.
I really want to keep this ship.
So you prepare to make sail. I'm going to need, as a group, you to make an intelligence check.
oh
And Picard and Styles, you get to make it with advantage.
yeah.
I mean, that means we roll twice. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, roll twice, take your higher one.
Can I cast Bardic Inspiration on someone?
Yeah.
On Scarrig?
Just roll. What does that mean?
I got 17 both times.
I got 11 was my best. My memory's still a bit foggy.
Yeah.
I know what ropes are, but just pulling on it for some reason.
I rolled pre-Paul. Should I roll again or?
No, because you get to add the. is it
Yeah, you get
D6
to add a
it?
D6.
Or is it just add a
yeah.
D6?
Add a D6.
$13. What was the
13.
13?
I rolled 11.
11. Okay. Styles takes the lead, instructing people where to stand and what to do. The experienced Styles is frustrating to the point that you nearly just give up. The people you're working with aren't sailors, and even
we
if
are
they
not.
were, they don't know how to do it. You struggle at just getting the sails from half mast to full mast and then trying to catch the wind. After, I'd say, a good 3 or 4 hours of trying, you manage to get the boat going to the extent that you can steer it with the rudder and the helm, and actually manage to make it back to shore. The journey is very short, however, it takes excessively longer than it should have done.
Every time Styles gives like an instruction or a command, Picard like steps in front and goes and just repeats that instruction. Like he's giving, yes, batten the mainsails. Yes, Mr. Styles.
Man the top sails. Man the capstan.
Demand the top sail. Yes, Mr. Styles. That is good. Good work.
Blow that line.
Good work, men.
Scarrick, that one, quick.
Yeah.
No,
he
the
he
one
does
on your
not like.
right. Your other right.
Is there not anything to hammer?
Ozzy, put the dragon down and go.
But
up
it's
the
so
mountain.
pretty. I don't. It's like I'm Fred Hat.
You've got to go now.
As we're
My
approaching
boat
the
is real
harbour,
so good, guys.
I pat Styles on the back and I go, "That was a good sail, Mr. Styles. Good sail."
It may be what you're used to, but it's not what I'm used to.
I'd say after 4 hours of trying to get this shit done, you manage to make the relatively short sail back, but you do not dock it at the pier. You simply plonk it out in the ocean and come in with the jolly boat. Because
Oh, go on.
Styles makes the decision, I'd presume, that you can't navigate it into shallow water.
Well, I was gonna say, because depending on whether we succeeded or failed, I could cast charm. I have I? Hello?
Yeah, you're back.
Can
now.
you hear me? Oh, don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I could cast charm person to charm the other people into helping us, the pirates into helping us.
Okay.
Depending on how we succeeded or not. Obviously, I have to attempt to charm them, I guess, but...
Yeah, give me an attempt to charm the 2 people. Have you got enough left?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Yeah.
I can do a second spell slot, and a second level spell slot, and I can charm two people.
2 at once. Right, that'll make
So I'll try to charm them, just to get us back at the last little stretch, to get us back into the port.
6.
Is that'll be one of them, right? I guess, or is that for both of them?
Yeah, and 5.
So they both fail. So I would untie them and say, "All right, come on, guys, it's your time to shine. Help Mr. Styles get this boat into the port."
Okay. With that extra bit of help, as the sun rises and the fishing boats are sailing past you, some of them veering out the way as this large sailing ship almost like broadsides them and fucking takes them out. You manage to, with the help of the 2 trained sailors, get it into a dock near Gallen's house.
Then literally, as soon as we pull up and we're tied the ropes down, I'll just say to them, "Right, I'm gonna have to tie it back up, I'm afraid now," and just tie them back up again.
Okay, that's fine. So you pull into the dock and the window from Gallen's house opens. He looks out. Who goes there?
It's just us.
It's Arthur Hellborn and the Mr. Men.
Can't be. He bloody did it. And you see the window shut. And after about 10-15 minutes, he comes running from the house towards the dock, still in this pair of fluffy black furred slippers. Absolutely splendid. Look at this. You did it. You did it. Yes. And he starts shouting for a few crew people to come and help tie the ship to the dock. And some of them put a large plank so you can now board and get on and off as you please. Oh, wow. She's splendid. How did it go? And as he gets to the top, he surveys the deck and looks across. Bloody hell.
It went really well.
Absolute carnage. I can't believe it. And everybody's alive?
Oh, speaking of that, nah, I'll just sort of lay on hands on whoever's most hurt and heal people.
I don't think any of us really.
I took a hit. I could have a.
I took no damage.
I'll take
No. Well, I'll just
5.
give it to Ozzy. Ozzy, what you got? I've got 5, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take 5 off you.
Surprised Ozzy got damaged as he ran away.
You look absolutely shattered. And oh, who's this? And he looks towards O'Shaughnessy, and he sort of speaks towards him. I am
This is-
O'Shaughnessy. Would Galen know? Let me just have a quick goosey.
It says, this is Mr. Anus. First name Oshi.
Oceanus.
I'm going to say does because it's quite.
He's one of the Seamans.
Oh, a sea elf. Well, welcome to Saltmarsh, friend. Come.
He's a real
Yeah.
big fan of the band, and he's come to listen to some music.
And he says across to O'Shaughnessy, "Oh, you like the band, hey?" And he replies back, I'm not sure what you mean." Right. Anyway, I should call the council together. They're going to be absolutely crackers at this.
I'm just going to put my arm around him and say, "There's the holes are full, so remember what we said."
Oh, yes, of course. And he points on the dock hands. Make an inventory of everything on board, if you know what I mean.
Wow. That's very subtle.
So he leaves and he brings you down. You should rest. You've been up all night, haven't you?
Pretty
I'll call
tired.
it up together.
Maybe
and,
a wee nightcap just before bed.
well, why not? You want one at my place, or you going to the inn?
I don't mind having one of Mr. Gellens. It's up to you guys.
Sure.
Shouldn't we speak to the council first and get the business attended to?
Yes. No.
It's
Listen,
very late.
Listen,
It's very early.
Ozzy. I can
yeah.
tell you're a night owl.
I am.
Listen. You head to the inn, stay there, rest. I'll call the council, and we'll meet you after a few hours of rest, and we'll discuss then. That'll give us time to do the inventory on the ship, get everybody together, get old Manistrad back from the bloody mines. Always down there, that one. Yes, that's the plan. Now go, rest. Leave it to
That
me.
sounds like a good plan.
Mr. O'Shaughnessy, would you like to join us for a drink and some food?
Yes, I would like to eat. That would be grand. And he follows you back to the inn.
We're
So as
walking.
you come in, it's early morning now.
What did you say? Something, Scarrick? Sorry.
Yeah, as we're walking, do you, Mr. Picard, do you perchance partake in the old smoking of the pipes?
I don't believe I do.
Yeah, you
Mrs.
do.
Garrett.
Yeah, you do.
Are
Suck
you
on
sure you
this.
won't have a wee try? It's quite lovely.
Packard abides, and he
Yeah.
So I'll give him the pipe and let him spark it up.
Is it the pipe?
Yeah.
The pipe.
The pipe.
And you haven't smoked it today, have you?
No.
You haven't. Okay. So Bicard, you take a few puffs of the pipe, and at first it's a quite harsh sense in your throat. It stings a little, but as you smoke a bit more, you gain a familiarity to it. This is possibly something you've done in your past life, possibly something you enjoyed. And yeah, you take a few more puffs, and as you do, and you exhale the smoke, it clouds around you. After around 5 minutes of this sensation, as you're traveling to the inn, you get inside, and the smoke still clouds around. It begins to make shapes. the shapes of figures around you, and one column of smoke forms the shape of yourself. You see yourself at the helm of a ship, at the wheel, turning rapidly to the right, pointing over, turning rapidly to the left. You see the crew usher around and spread out as the smoke drifts away under your control. The ship is helmed by you. You are the captain now. Oh, the reference. And then the smoke drifts. And just as a wave comes over, a wave of smoke crashes across the bow. You stand proud, and then the smoke blots away.
I think I've found something about your past after all, Mr. Picard.
Oh
Did
shit!
you fellas see that? I was.
Aye,
At
this
the helm,
this
I
pipe
was.
seems to show things of our past.
Wasn't I majestic? Wasn't I?
Believe you're the
Powerful
captain.
and
Well, I
confident.
wish we'd had that Mr. Picard 2 hours ago.
Look, my memory is still hazy, Mr. Styles.
You didn't know you port from your starboard, man.
As
I do enjoy a glass of port every now and then.
after he's taken the pipe, I just sort of like take it off him, and as we continue walking back, I will begin casting.
I know, because it takes like
Say again?
2 feet away.
Oh, okay.
Round the corner.
All right. Well, I'll just take it and say, Scarrig, man, if I hang on to it for a second, I might be able to identify what this is. I just need 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we'll say you get into the inn, and Hannah's there to greet you. She ushers you in. Oh, a new member to the party.
Oh, Sheanus.
She doesn't understand him, so Styles, you translate. He asks for food, and she brings across a large platter of assorted fishes and breads, and Oceanus literally just begins to devour the fish in front of you, almost animalistic like. However, after a few mouthfuls, he
Don't forget to
remembers his
chew.
manners, sort of brushes his face a little and begins to eat more politely. I'm sorry, I haven't eaten fish in a long time.
Styles, ask him if he's seen any beavers.
Styles turns to Ocean. Ocean. I try not to swear. Oceanus. Do you see any like large creatures of the deep where you live out in the ocean?
Yes, many. Yes. I saw a whale once when I was a boy.
Anything small and rodenty? Fairy with.
They're not small, Styles. These are quite obviously big beavers.
Also, you can't understand me. I'm speaking Elvish.
What are you saying? Common.
Just trying to
Speak common.
describe the beavers. So, would you, Ozzy? Would you say were they that big? How big were the?
At least,
beavers?
isn't that right, Packard? That's what you deduced. Definitely, at least
I can't
that
actually
big.
remember. Did we actually see the beavers? No, we didn't. Did we?
They're not real.
There's no beavers, but we all have just convinced ourselves that there's beavers on the loose.
So yeah, so I'm trying to like a
Yeah.
hairy rodent with teeth.
It sort of
And
looks
chew
viciously
on wood.
confused. And it's like,
Eve there, and I break out of Elvish and just Eve there.
he sort of tries to mimic. He's like, be there.
Yes, yeah, that's them. Big.
Yeah,
He's
beaver.
like, yes.
Anyway,
Yes,
Mr. Styles, maybe you should ask him how we can help him.
We can worry about that later. We've fed him. Should we just have a drink?
I think we
got
need a
this-
drink, and I think we need a rest. I'm fucked.
Aye.
a pitcher of claw wine's brought over, and Oceanus relishes in this like fishy, salty drink. It's up a street. The rest of you, it's up to you whether you choose to drink that or whatever you please, because
Ozzy
the
will
bar is
drink
still yours.
whatever's put in front of him, and he's just quite
Yeah.
clearly just getting sleepier
Yeah.
and
These,
tipsy.
These
You have
ingots, do we
to
have
do
to
it.
get them exchanged, or can we just do it amongst ourselves?
They're worth that amount of money, so you could pay someone in that if you wanted to. You don't have to exchange that. It is a currency.
So there's 10 now. Do I split them down to share it out between us all?
It's up to you. It's the value of, what did we say?
500, didn't we?
gold. Yeah.
125 each, boys, and I just
Nice.
give it around
So
everyone.
what's each one worth? If you're chucking about ingots.
Well, that's the thing. We'd have to get the ingots changed into gold coins, I think.
Yeah. Or you could give an ingot each, which is
There's 10 ingots, right? So that's
There's
2 each
10.
with 2 left over.
what did we work it ingot out? Exchange rates, man.
I think you said 500 gold
500.
total.
I
I think you said it
Yeah,
was 50
each,
gold,
that.
50 each.
100 EP each, so yeah, 50 gold each.
So we each take 2 of them, so for 100 gold, and then there's 2 left over.
Yeah. I don't.
That's
It's add 100 gold, and we keep
Yep.
some in reserve.
In the bank of styles.
Let's have 2 each, and I'll look after the rest in that baggy thing that you gave me the other day.
Okay.
Ozzy, the pipe that you've identified is
Yeah.
in your journal.
Oh, it's in my journal, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
So,
So,
what
drinks are bought.
what did you think of the pipe, Mr. Ozzy?
I like sort of I'm like examining it over, like my eyes are like white, like glazed over, and as you speak to me, I just sort of like shake my head and my eyes come back round. Oh, well, it's a pipe of remembrance, and it appears that after smoking this for 10 minutes, the smoke forms moving shapes that reenact the bearer's most impressive and heroic achievements. So it's right, it is a memory, and it is one of our most impressive and heroic memories.
I see.
I say that's awfully insightful, Mr. Ozzy. Could you tell me how you came to such a conclusion?
Magic.
Oh, I see. So you can identify items, can you?
I can indeed.
Interesting.
Would you
What
like
about
me
this
to
weird?
ident-
What about this weird compass I have? And I really dramatically launch it from my inside pocket.
I look it over, and if you give me another 10 minutes, and my eyes go back again, like glaze over, I'll start identifying it, or the crystal, or I don't know,
The stone.
the
So
stone.
the compass itself is non-magical. It's just a very ornate compass. However, when you identify it, the stone on the top, the stone with the face, you recognize it as a sending stone,
Oh, I remember those.
one of a pair,
Interesting.
Oh
embedded
shit!
into the top of the compass.
Well, what is it, Mr. Oz?
Kidney stone.
Ah,
Goodness
Indeed.
knows.
quite a big one. It's been a
oh.
painful past.
Yeah. Wow. No. It appears to be one half of a sending stone.
Say a sending stone. What
And
What cell is that?
I immediately go, hello, hello, anybody there?
You get nothing back.
Well, no one's there. However, I hand it back to him. There must be another one of them somewhere on this plane, and you can send a message to it.
How intriguing! How does
Maybe
one
your
send
maid
a
has
message?
it. Maybe your maid has it.
I just give the stone a little rub. I'm like, hello there. Is anybody there?
I would know after identifying how to do it. Just saying,
Yeah.
if there
And you
is
know
a
it only
way.
works once a day.
Yeah. I think it's just a 1 day thing, Mr. Packard. They're obviously asleep.
Ah, I see.
And I've just used it.
Yeah, I did just use it, just saying hello. They probably got a bit freaked out. Didn't recognize your voice.
I will try again tomorrow.
I will try again tomorrow. That kind of sounds like you, right?
Yes, well done, Mr. Oz. You've nailed it again.
Well done, Mr. Oz. Nailed it again. Yeah, I lost it.
I'm going to turn to Oceanus and say, you're welcome to share my room if you want.
Oh,
We'll get some rest.
he wants to share with the Seaman.
That would be much obliged. I have not slept properly in weeks.
You could stay with the fool if you wanted to.
No, certainly not.
Does he look at Ozzy at all when I say that?
Yeah, he sort of turns and just like looks back at you, and he's like, "No."
Okay. Ozzy, he's asking where his show is. Said you'd give him a show when you came back.
I'm too tired, man. I'm too tired. Tomorrow.
So that's how you treat your fans.
I'm like quite drunk at this point. Yeah, well, I am working on a new song, but Mr. Gallen kind of like inspired me to write it, so I kind of was saving it for him.
I think you need to apologise to Oceanus.
Mr. Anus, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a bit drunk now, and I'll play with the tune tomorrow.
He looks towards the Eustace. What did he say?
Fool.
Indeed. And he points to you, and he just says this word, which means "fool" in his language, but you don't understand a word. He actually drops into his own language then as well.
I turn to Scarrig. You okay, Scarrig? There's a lot of violence on that boat.
Right, it was quite the battle, wasn't it? Turned out quite ugly in the end, but got the job done.
You set a man on fire. I hadn't seen you do that before. That was interesting.
It just kind of came out of me. You know, bloodlust and battle and all that is can get a bit much.
yeah. I'm gonna go to bed.
Aye.
I'll see you in the morning. Oh, it is the morning. Oh shit! I just start walking upstairs.
So,
Yeah, so I'll head off to my forge.
yeah. You each
Mr. Oceanus, if you'd like to follow me.
take to your bed chambers, Oceanus following you to yours.
I've got one thing as well, if you don't mind.
Yeah, same.
So I'll just kind of like get to my forge and take off all my armor and wipe off the blood and stuff. And just take out my warhammer and just kind of like
You 40k.
and just clean off the stone on the end of it.
Off
And
the Space
clean
Marines.
off all the blood and make sure I get out any of the gore that's on there. And just look up into the rafters of my forge above the hearth.
Don't worry
And then
about it.
I'll go to bed.
I would sit down in my bed with my new dragon, and I've just like sat cradling it, stroking it, and looking at it in his eyes, in her eyes, and say, like a tear, like just starts going down my eye. I'm gonna name you Ellie. Miss you. And then I go to bed.
Sort of nuzzles itself into you, and as you come under the covers, it comes underneath and just lays its body next to you, and you feel the heat of another person. Something they haven't felt for a while. Another living being. And as you all fall into slumber, 2 of your nights are eventful in the way of dreams. The first dream is yours, Scarrick. All of a sudden, fire surrounds you. Orange and yellow flames lick around your skin, but you feel no heat. And as the fire rolls around, you hear a voice. Hello, Scarrick. It's been a long
Yes.
wait.
Who are you?
A laugh echoes around. A dark orange flame begins to burn in a different way to the others. It burns a slow line, like a flame would if you were to burn rope. The line traces a shape, and after a short while you see a symbol in front of you. It's the head of a demon, with bat's wings coming from the side. The fire around you rages, filling your eyes with thick smoke, until you get to the point where you can't keep them open anymore. And as you close them, you wake up, and you're in the room with the light of day coming through the window. You're not sure what time it is, but you feel odd. And Picard, your night is not a quiet one either. Your eyes open, your head looking down at wooden planks that you stand on. You smell salt thick in the air around you. And your eyes close. You feel pain in your left arm. And when you open your eyes, all you see is a storm-filled sky, except the clouds are deep churning shades of red and orange. You're falling now, down and down, your body feeling weightless as you drop away from the clouds. Suddenly, cold water surrounds you and splashes up around as you sink into it. The cold, dark blue of the water covers you and blots out the storm, your vision fading to black. You wake up shivering, cold. And that
Damn.
is where we're going to finish for tonight.
No.
Oh shit!
Awesome.
Damn you, crazy dreams. Oh, where's my music?
Please,
Yeah.
sir, can we have some more, sir?
We will see.